Hi everybody, I hope everybody's having a good day. Like I say in all my videos, I'm not responsible if anybody gets hurt, and sometimes I swear. Today I'm going to be talking about the monkeypox or Mpox or whatever you want to call it, and my thoughts about it. I know they said it's been around since 2020. Also, they said it happened in 1970. You can look it up if you want to. 2020, they had a couple cases, and there's two kind of monkeypox or mpox or whatever you want to call it. One, and they had a bunch of gay men, unprotected sex, and bisexual men who had unprotected sex, and they got it. Sounds like something we've heard from the 80s, called AIDS, and except for but that didn't kill you. But now there's a second one that is called monkey pox, and it's more advanced. I was looking it up because someone mentioned it on YouTube, that it was coming, and then I looked it up, and they said that WHO said that it's a nationwide epidemic, that it's spreading, and over 1,500 people. 15,000 of that, 15,000 people have gotten it in Africa. And I'm thinking, shit, here we go again. Sounds like AIDS or what happened in China with COVID. Here we go again. I'm thinking, oh boy. So here we go again. So it's and then it's spreading. Like I said, there's 17 or 15,000 people who have it, and they said it's more with children, 70% or with children, but it's also doing families and people, all age groups. So, and I'm thinking, oh brother, I feel bad for the people in Africa, but also they let people cross it's spreading too. It's not just in it was in the West Congo. It's spreading to the towns and cities in the borders, like on the borders of Africa, like Nigeria and other parts of it. I'm thinking, why don't they close the borders? That's my opinion. And also they said that people have been dying and stuff. 500 people died. Like I said, keep on saying, if I repeat myself, I have ADHD. But anyway, they said 500 people died, and I'm thinking, oh shit. And and this woman who was talking in, I don't know what African language it was. She was saying she was worried about her child who just got over it. It's like smallpox. And this is how you know you have it. They was saying it. I was watching a bunch of YouTube videos, and they said the way you get it is it's like COVID, where you get a cold and you cough. But after it's like the chicken pox. It goes, except for it's monkeypox, it goes all over, and you get all these splinters or whatever you want to call it all over your hands, like all over, like bumps all over your hands and legs and body. It's really bad, and you don't want to scratch, because then you're making welts in your face or whatever you want to call it. It's all over your body. It goes all over your stomach. It goes on your chest. It's like shingles, except for it's worse, and it is like having the chicken pox, except for it's called the monkeypox, and it's all over your body. And you know how they had smallpox, and before they had the shot, they used to have smallpox, and that really did a number of people's bodies, because the smallpox was terrible, because that was before they had vaccinations, and that was terrible. But the monkeypox is the cousin of smallpox. So they were cousins. So it's around in 2024. It came 2 years later from 2022 to 2024. It's back, and it's going rampant in Africa. It's spreading in different places in Africa. And the worst thing is, they found a couple cases in Pakistan. Somebody must have flown in from Pakistan from Africa, and they went back and forth, and they gave it to. There's 3 known cases that probably, by the time I'm talking, there might be more cases. I know they vaccinated people in the United States in 2022. They vaccinated people, and there wasn't any cases back in 2022 in the United States. But I hear there's one popped up in Portland. I meant the country of Poland. I was going to say Poland, Massachusetts. No, Poland. The country of Poland in Europe. There's one case where a guy, I don't know if he was on a plane through Africa, and he went there, and they didn't stop him. They didn't look in his passport, saying, "Did you come from another country that is known for smallpox or monkeypox or anything?" I don't think they asked questions. They just let him through with a passport, and he was feeling sick. And I guess the only thing you have to worry about now is it going to spread? It's going to spread. I did tarot readings. I'm a tarot reader, and I read the cards. It's going to spread in the United States. I'm not trying to do fear-mongering. I'm just stating a fact. Like I said, who says it's a national health thing? And so you have to be prepared. That's my thoughts. You have to be prepared, because I think it's going to come to the United States. I think there's been a couple cases in California and other states, New York or something. Maybe it was in the past, but I think if it can. And there was a couple cases in Canada where it happened too. So I think it can come here, because I don't think that they haven't closed the borders. That pissed me off. I was watching the news when they said they weren't closing the borders. I'm thinking, these people are not smart. People get mad at me, YouTube. I have a right to my opinion. I think it's not smart. I think it's stupid not closing the borders. You're going to get other people sick. You already let people in different parts of Africa. They're getting it. It's going to cause people's lives and their deaths. You're not closing the borders? That's nuts to me. Are we going to have, because if you don't do that, and you're not stopping flights from in and out of Africa, and say, enough is enough, stop the flying, you cannot go in Africa until this thing is, nipped in the bud, and they stop it? No, they should close the borders, and they should cancel flights from in and out of Africa and countries that are known with high chances of getting this new monkeypox. I think you have to use your brains and be smart about it. Don't think deny. Because this is another thing. This is like COVID, but worse. People can get it through, they think they have a cold, and then they have all these, it's like smallpox. You get all over your body, and you hope you recover. And you have to be careful you don't itch, because it could break out, and you get scabs, and it might be permanent. And people might and you don't know if this is going to mutate. I think it could mutate. It's already mutated twice. It got the first gay one, and then it mutated twice. Things can mutate. Diseases mutate. What happened with AIDS? And there's no cure for AIDS. I'm thinking people take medicine for AIDS. AIDS has been around since the 80s, or even earlier. Like people say 82, but I think it's been before. It was in Africa, and it got worse, and they said it was just a gay disease. I don't believe it was ever just a gay disease. Maybe it started out that way, like this smallpox, but it mutated. I do believe, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I'm not anybody, but I do think some strains do mutate. It's only common sense. Things do mutate. They get stronger and they, I'm not, like I said, I keep on saying, I'm not fear-mongering. I'm just stating a fact, in my opinion, that diseases do mutate, And are we going to have lockdowns? If it comes to the United States and we have places like New York that has a busy airport and they go through Europe and they have people who get it in from Europe, like England. If England gets popped up, if they get a couple cases in England, we're going to be, because they go to New York. New York's an easy, Chicago, Los Angeles, LA, LAX, Dallas, all these things. Maybe Dallas is kind of conservative. Maybe they would say enough is enough, and they would, but all these liberal states will flood the open, and they will not close the gates. They will not stop airflow, traffic. I don't understand. If this is supposed to be a national emergency, why don't they close the airports to countries that have high chances? 500 people died already in Africa. They should not let people fly in and out of Africa. Come on, use common sense. Let's not be dumb about it. So that's making me so pissed off, because we're going to have, if it comes to the United States, we're going to have lockdowns. We'll be stuck in the house again if it happens, which I think there's a high possibility. Like I said, I did my terror reading. We might have to wear a mask again. We're going to have to, a lot of people lose their jobs because they won't be able to go to do their job because, how are they going to pay the mortgage? How are they going to pay gas? The gas prices might go up. Food, who knows what's going to happen? The future is so uncertain with this virus. You don't know what the monkey virus. You don't know what's going to be happening, because I said, I do feel in my heart it's going to get worse before it gets better. If that's being fear-mongering, I'm not trying not to be. I'm being realistic. That's why you have to prepare. I'm going to put that on my thing. Prepare, prepare, prepare. You need to bring food, get food, water, also for your pets, in case we do a shutdown, and games and stuff. Because I don't also trust the media. No, I don't. Because they say, oh, it's not that bad. We don't have to close the borders. Let's let everybody in. Other people from other countries are going to be coming in, and they could have it, and you don't know that until it's too late. They'd be coughing, and you think, I'm not going to too many hospitals. If I go to the hospital now on, or the doctor's office, if it gets worse, if we get more cases of this monkeypox or Mpox or whatever you want to call it, I call it monkeypox because I believe we all came from apes, whites, blacks, purple, whoever, whatever you want to call it, whatever, they're trying to be politically correct. But anyway, whatever, the point is, be prepared, guys, because we're going to be in a bumpy road. If people worry about Russia in Ukraine, I'm worried about that. I'm also worried about what's going on with North Korea, South Korea, what's going on with Iran and Israel. Right now, that's in a standstill. I'm worried about that. I don't think we'll go in nuclear. No, that would be kind of dumb too. But I am more worried about what's going to happen with the monkeypox, because I feel like this is all over again going in, because it's more chance of people dying, because it's more contagious, easier contagious. It goes on clothes. You can't hug people. I'm never going to hug anybody that I don't know. I'll never hug another human being. I'm a very affectionate person. I'm very like to hug people. Not anymore. Not that the monkeypox has been out. I'll probably very few people hug them. If I'm out in big groups, this might be overreacting. I don't care. I'm going to wear a mask. After I go to this last concert, I'm going to start wearing a mask. And people ask us, and they look at me like I have two heads or something. And they say, oh, it's not coming here. It's come in Europe, and it can fly down here. They think I'm fear-mongering, or they think I'm paranoid. This might sound like I'm being paranoid, but I'm being safe. I'm going to start wearing masks in big groups. More than 20. When I go to the supermarket, I'm going to start wearing masks because I don't trust. I have to look out for my health. I do not want to get monkeypox, look like I have smallpox and leeches on my face and hands and worry about surviving. I'm not going to, you can't trust the media. I don't trust them very much. I watch YouTube and that's about it. But they say, let's not close, it's too early to close the borders. I'm thinking Africa, you know, I keep on repeating, but this pisses me off. So I'm pretty much ranting. Yeah, this is a rant. I just don't like what the government did. It was good they called it a national, I'll give credit a little bit for the WHO's calling it thing, but I'm not giving them credit when they haven't closed the borders of Africa and it's spreading like wildfire in Africa, and it's cases are popping up in Europe, Poland, Poland in Europe, and in a couple cases in Pakistan, and then that's going to go, especially when you're around a lot of people. If they quarantine you, and if you're in groups, they're going to quarantine, and then everybody other. I know there's going to be people saying, oh, they're going to find a vaccination, but it's going to be very expensive, and it takes time to do vaccinations. It takes a long time to get vaccinations approved and stuff. Do they have the money for it? And the companies, or are they in it to just make a buck? You know? Is Donald Trump going to say, oh, this is because of the election? I'm thinking, oh, God. That'd be very tacky. If someone did this because of the election, I think that's bad taste, and that would piss me off. Because it is an election year. 2024 is an election year. But doing this for that, give me a break. I don't even know how it's got started. No one's ever asked that, how it got started. Maybe they don't know. Maybe the people in Africa ate raw monkey meat and this is what happened. Or they're not very, it's not a very sanitized, it's a third world country, and they don't sanitize the place, and they all live in small groups, and that's how it happened. So it's like COVID, but worse. And worse than AIDS. Even though AIDS, eventually you die, unless you can afford the medicine. But still, this is very, it's scary. We're living in scary times. So, you know, like I said, I don't mean to fear-mongering it, but you have to be prepared, you know. If we're going to be locked down, there's nothing we can do about it. What are you going to, you know, you can bitch on YouTube, but that's as far as it can go. Calling the people in Congress, I don't think that would do anything. And I'm going to start wearing masks in big groups, and if it gets worse and worse, I'm going to wear gloves too, and stay away from people who you think you have, and wear masks, and I'm not going to hug people. Nope. So, until my next video, take care. And don't forget to prepare in case we're in lockdown, if it comes to that, which I hope not, but if it is, you have to live with what happened. We had it with COVID. I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't have it if the monkeypox spreads, which I think it's highly possible it will. Take care. Bye.